Whoa, America, y'all know it's like Super 2, baby. If you listening to this, I hope you're feeling amazing. I know y'all feeling great out there. Ladies and gentlemen, the Billboard staff ranked the 10 hottest female rappers of 2024. And number one, make sure y'all subscribe to the Super 2, baby. Number one is, get 'em, Glorilla. Whoa. That is unexpected, huh? It's very unorthodox. I mean, I expected Glorilla to be top 3, and she's number 1 on the list because her album was glorious. Indeed, that album was amazing. Is amazing. That album is an amazing body of work from top to the bottom. And let's keep it a bean. She was the highest selling female rapper of the year. The highest selling woman in rap from top to bottom. Her whole entire album was fire. Her whole entire body of work was magnificent. You can't front on that. And she just did exactly what there's to do. You put out an album, it's undeniable music. She set the standard for what an album should sound like. You can't even deny it. And yeah, Glorilla being number 1 on the list, that's an amazing pick right there. Now, Megan Thee Stallion being number 2. Megan Thee Stallion, most consistent, we could give her that. In terms of the music delivering and sticking on the charts, I don't really get that aside from Mamushi. Mamushi, undeniable record. As soon as you hear it, you already know, alright, this is gonna go crazy. Like this is going off. But aside from that, seeing Meg perform her songs is fire too. Now, once again, I don't know what exactly was their grading criteria for this list, but when it comes to performance, people sometimes might talk about Meg's music, but when it comes to Meg as a performer, when she does her live thing, Meg also reminded people of choreography too. Let's give Meg her credit for that. Meg raps and she also performs very well. Personally, I like performers. I gotta see a live show. I gotta see how you coming off the stage, like what energy you giving off when the music dropping, how you introducing yourself to your audience. You feel me? And Megan Thee Stallion is a great performer. Like I'm giving her that. But Nicki Minaj number 3. America, do I agree with that? Well, let's look at the facts. Nicki Minaj put out 4 tracks on the Pink Print, the 10th anniversary edition, and those tracks are doing amazing. At the same time, they came towards the ending of the year. Amazing cultural presence, legendary icon. In my opinion, the best woman in rap. But at the same time, Nicki didn't really drop this year. Now, Meg, she dropped 2 projects. And look, you know, after Glorilla dropped that Glorious, Meg was like, oh. And Nicki Minaj being number 3, it's like the way it looks, Megan Thee Stallion and Nicki Minaj, I think that's kind of on the bit of the more intentional side. I think if Nicki was maybe in a way cool with these people, because look, Beyonce was first, but I'm just saying just how it looks, that's intentional. But also when we look at Nicki Minaj dropping at the end of the year, Megan Thee Stallion putting out 2 projects, and Pink Friday 2 came out last year. So that's, you get what I'm saying? Like, that's a bit, all right, that's fair. But it also still looks like Megan Thee Stallion number 2, Nicki Minaj number 3. You know, it's just like, all right, Nicki is always up there. Sexy Red number 4, cultural impact. Everybody knows a Sexy Red song. Extremely popular and fun. Don't care how look, Sexy Red is getting to that point where, look, you don't give a what type of thottery, what type of ratchet she start doing. You just like, this Sexy Red, it's like, you know, a Sexy Red song or some dance that she be doing. You feel me? Like, yeah, Sexy Red is one of those. Like, and then her personality on top of it. You never seen Sexy Red and she's not fly. You can't show me a time when Sexy Red was on camera and she wasn't fly. She's very impressionable, and that's also an ability. All right, so shout out to Sexy Red, amazing. Lotto number 5, in terms of straight rap, balancing out being a superstar and balancing out taking the craft serious, Lotto got that. Balancing out the list, but see, Lotto also came in the game with a pop hit. And see, this is also one thing that's very interesting with Lotto. She raps. Some people, let's keep it a beanity. Some people might be like, sometimes, like, there's nothing exciting about Lotto but her music. For example, with me, I say, I gotta see you perform. aside from the music, I gotta see your performance too. And now when it comes to Lotto, she be chilling, balanced out, right? But she also did come in the game with a pop hit, and she raps her tail off. So if we're keeping it a beam, she don't really be with a lot of the shenanigans. Lotto don't do that. But we're not saying, oh, Lotto, do more shenanigans. But at the same time, she balances it out very well, and she addresses it all in the music. Lotto's shenanigans, she put it in the music. She gonna do it in a music video. She gonna copy something you doing. Let you know, I see that right there, yeah. That she gonna throw some bars at you. Lotto is a beast, right? And that's one thing you can say. Anytime Lotto put her pen on it, very well balanced artist. Now next is Doechii. Doechii number 6. I could jack this. Doechii's album is fire. Now when it comes to cultural impact and everything that comprises an artist outside of music, you could already see that Doechii has elements of that. She's been doing her thing. Doechii really rose to my awareness. Not to say that she wasn't popular before, but she rose to my awareness really this year. And listening to her album a few times, great music, alternative. She's sonically progressive, and you already know that you getting some music that's gonna advance things socially. Even if Doechii is not going for that, I could already tell that, yeah, this is a young lady that's out there, and she's still very well balanced too, right? So she put it in her music, and I know she's still popping out, doing interviews. She weird, but she's not too weird, and her music is still different, and it bops too, right? She gotta grow on me some more. I'm gonna be honest, she need to grow on me a bit more. I could still respect what I see in her potential. So Doechii being number 6, yeah, that's cool. Doja Cat number 7, superstar. Doja Cat's a superstar, and she's that dang good. Doja Cat could do whatever she wants. She could challenge your perception on things. She could challenge your point of view on it, and her music is still undeniably good, and it's so universal. And that's one thing. Doja Cat, she takes a lot of different things and makes it the best of the best. And then you get your own unique, independent music with Doja Cat. When she does something, it sounds like nothing else you ever heard, and it still reminds you of the best that you ever heard. And that's amazing. And I also want to hear more Doja Cat music though. Alright, I'm gonna keep it a bean. I want to hear more Doja Cat. I want her to drop more. You get what I'm saying? At one point she was very, yeah, you know, it looked like Doja Cat just wanted to do her thing on tour and tap in with the fans, right? And I could respect that, but like I want to hear more bopping Doja Cat singles. Because at one point she was dropping a bit more often. Or maybe I need to get into her. And I'm going to do that. Y'all let me know in the comments. Now, number 8, JT. I could agree with this. I feel like JT honestly could have been there with number 5, number 6. JT's music is solid. You could see that, all right, JT, she gonna catch one. Her ear for beats is amazing too, and her bars very memorable. You would know, all right, yeah, that's what the ladies is gonna be saying. JT, you know that she's a superstar. You know that the potential is there. People like JT, and she has all of the things that remind you of all your favorite artists, and she's still highly likable. And I think that's also important too, because when it comes to even people keeping you in mind, hey, let me include this person on the list. Running City Cinderella back. The beats is fire. The delivery is amazing. You know, when JT gets one of those super duper consumer crossover friendly records, she's gonna take it to the sky. She's going outer space with it. That this year, and you already know, I could tell just how JT coming. She told you JT's coming. She's gonna pull up with a few of those, and she also's with Uzi too. You know, Uzi ain't gonna let her put out no garbage. So I think JT's next year, her next release, yeah, I think she's gonna come with something crazy and actually be higher on this list. But I think listening to her music, you hear the potential growth and where she's gonna go next. I could have put JT number 5, number 6, you feel me? But I still could respect it. Now Rhapsody being number 9, I gotta get into Rhapsody more. Rhapsody is an undeniable talent. There was this one Rhapsody joint that I played a few months ago. Let me see if I could actually get the name of it real quick. But Back in My Bag, that's undeniable. That track is fire. Classic MCing, and it's updated too. That's why, yeah, I'm gonna get into Rhapsody. I'm gonna definitely do that, mama. I'm gonna do a Rhapsody review one of these days. That's a fact. Cause I've been meaning to get into it, but I definitely listened to that Back in My Bag, and y'all could check it. I shared that junk. Y'all could go on my Twitter X and see. I shared that. I know what I'm dealing with, all right? I know what I'm dealing with that. And she's an MC, all right? And that's a fact. And she also nominated for a Grammy as well. So she's not even, I don't think Rhapsody makes music and says, hey, let me get a Grammy nominated. Her music is so fire that, yeah, I'm sure she attracts that. So I'm gonna make sure I listen to Rhapsody. Now, number 10, Cardi B. Cardi B dropped 3 records this year. But I think Cardi B, Cardi, you already know, mama. We need that album. We need that project. You had us out here waiting 7-8 years. You the only person that could do that. But let's give Cardi her props. After you play Invasion of Privacy, you could play 5 Cardi B joints, 7 Cardi B joints, classic verses, classic features. And let's keep it a bean. Cardi B's replay value never really entered the conversation. So Cardi B music, that Invasion of Privacy, we know that's replayable. Her other joints, her features on records, that need to be studied. But I know Cardi B don't put anything out that's not fire. If it's not hot, Cardi is not putting it out. Like I feel like Cardi B is such a perfectionist that she's gonna do it big every time. And if you don't like it, then you just don't like it. But she makes music she makes shit that you can't go wrong on. Even if it's not for the moment, the least thing I could say, it could be the timing a little bit. And I think Cardi learned that. Whenever Bongos came out, if Cardi would have really ran it up with that and through the track that she did with Dirk and Kanye, then I think Cardi would have been different with her trajectory. But I think those 2 records right there made her recalibrate her timing with things. But Cardi, and honestly, she could be higher on this list because she's still culturally relevant. You can't leave Cardi out. She's still doing numbers. She's still probably outselling a lot of people on this list. Like, if we talking a classic album, Glorilla did it and Cardi did it. Cardi and Glorilla, they're the ones that did the classic albums, that undeniable. And that's just what it is. You do something like that, alright, yo, Cardi, we giving you 1 more year. What the fuck? You feel that? Yo, Cardi, 1 more year. Stop playing with niggas, Cardi. Alright. But shout out to the ladies on this list. They all are amazing, talented artists. Very dope, legendary ladies. That thing with Megan Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj, I said we was gonna get into that. Beyonce was number 1 on the Billboard list for the 21st century list. That's understandable, right? Beyonce's Beyonce. But then also Megan Thee Stallion, number 2, then Nicki Minaj, number 3. The same way how Cardi B ain't put an album in 7 years, but she's still on the list. Pink Friday 2 deserves that same respect. That album came out last year, and that one album outsold both of Megan's albums twice. So Megan would have had to put out 5 albums to do what Nicki Minaj did on one album that came out a few months before her project did. That's if we're being super duper technical. That's if we're being wacky technical. You feel me? But we're not doing that. Where's Ice Spice at? Yo, Ice Spice is not on the list. And now let's look at Ice Spice. She did about 30K She did about 30K, but let's keep it a bean. If we're talking about a debut album, you can't even put Ice Spice Y2K next to Glorilla's album. You wouldn't even think of putting that album next to Pink Friday 2. You wouldn't even think of putting it next to Doechii, Alligator Bites Never Heal. You wouldn't even think of putting that next to Cardi B, Invasion of Privacy. And that's the difference right there. Like, why would you put out a project like that and not look at an Invasion of Privacy? Why would you not look at a Pink Friday? And yeah, you copied a little bit of it with the music videos and stuff, but that's why I'm like, all right, maybe that's why Ice Spice is not on the list. This list is a pretty solid list. Doja Cat and Cardi B, I think they was like novelty on this list, right? Because Doja Cat, she dropped 2 years ago. She dominated the charts, had one of the biggest singles of the decade so far, of a few of them actually. So Doja Cat, she's in the paint, alright? But you know, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, alright? Y'all know it's the Super 2, baby. Yeah.